Welcome, sports fans. Welcome back to this or that Sports TV, the place you guys come to get the best, most interesting, and everything sports topics, discussions, and debates on the internet. But before we get into today's live, don't forget to like this one, leave a comment, subscribe to this or that Sports TV. And one more thing for me, that's to share the video to at least 10 people, get us 6 subscribers. Because if each and every one of you guys can manage to do that, do you know how many subscribers that would get us by the end of the day? Yes, people, and me not come for do a long live today. Me just feel like me need to do a little debrief. You get me? I say, and just talk about a few things that stood out to me between Friday night or Thursday night and now. I feel like the team is in a very, very bad place, a place where we shouldn't be. And I think it's up to us to talk about it and lift the spirits again and just, as I say, have a little debrief about the Trinidad and Tobago game. I'm not going to stick on the Trinidad and Tobago game too much. I'm more going to talk about the pointers or the things that I saw in the Trinidad and Tobago game that I think really and truly shouldn't have happened and we need to change them going forward. So I have a list of 4 things that I think needs to change before we start this Curacao game in the National Stadium. I'm also going to um, talk about the situation that we put ourselves in right now. You get me, I say, and the added dynamic of needing a win now when we didn't need a win before. And me gonna talk about the press conference with Steve McLaren because this man is actually shit at press conference. He's actually very, very poor at press conference. This is what the Englishmen usually thrive on. I usually foreign managers and the people them where learn to speak English and all of that don't do well on the press conferences. But Steve McLaren is actually very, very bad at doing press conference. I don't think he's very honest. I don't think he takes ability well, accountability well, and I don't think him even communicate him ideas well enough to the public, to the fans, to the journalists that are asking the questions. So for me, a few things we're going to talk about in this, but I am going to start. I'm not make it long, so I'm going to start with the context of the World Cup qualifiers right now and the situation that we put ourselves in. You see me? So the truth is, going into the Trinidad and Tobago game, had we won that game, we knew that had we won that game, we could have afford a draw in a national stadium against Curacao, and that would have stamped our ticket to the 2026 World Cup. After the game done, we probably would have said, oh, we draw, it don't look good, blah, 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 but at least we are in the World Cup, and we would have forget about that after a couple of days. Now we put ourselves in a position where we need to win. And I can't seem to understand how we started a game of that magnitude so flat, so poorly, almost like we're right off the game already and move on to the next game. Me never understand it, understand that. That is kind of the energy and the vibe of me that pick up from the players. It's almost like some of them never want out there. It's like some of them that be so lethargic. People on the bench look like them don't want to play. Like, I don't understand how the energy was so low to start that Trinidad and Tobago game. Understanding the magnitude of the game, bro. I say it all the time when I come and come talk. I would pay to play for the Reggae Boys, and all of you guys watching, I'm sure only that pay for play for the Reggae Boys too. You see me? That's how much we love the team, that's how much we love the country, and that's how much we love football. And I just feel like anytime I watch a game where I don't feel represented well, especially a Jamaican game where I don't feel represented well, I don't think they're fighting for the cause. I don't think they them start with the energy where they're supposed to start with. I don't think they understand the magnitude of the game. I feel slighted. I feel disappointed. You see me? And this Trinidad and Tobago game definitely did that. But now I come and go on a rant. I already did that in the first reaction video that I did go and watch that, by the way. But I'm not going to come, I'm not going to get loud, I'm not going to call nobody out of them name. I'm not going to do none of that. You see me? This video is just calm, composed, and just break down a few things, highlight a few things that I see seeping into this team that really and truly shouldn't be there. Because, bro, what more added motivation do the players need to take us to the World Cup, bro? It's almost like things just, first of all, we got a super easy draw. You see me, we were the all Caribbean draw with Curacao, Trinidad and Tobago, and Bermuda. You see me, of those teams, we're the highest ranked team. Of those teams, we are the favorites against every single team, home and away. Given previous record, current record, we are just the favorites going into every single game. I know we've dropped points in 2 games. We've lost a game and we've drawn a game. And obviously, we didn't expect this to be easy. But it is an easy group. We didn't expect the games to be easy because we understand that our Reggae Boys are nowhere close to being the team that we want them to be. So I remember last year when the group was drawn and Joe and I had a conversation about it, you see me? And he must say, oh, this is going to be hard. This is going to be a tough World Cup qualifying campaign, blah, 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 blah. Him not feel as confident as him did feel before, blah, 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 blah. And I was saying, no, bro, I'm very confident. In fact, I feel even more confident because we got an easy group. And I just believe, I didn't believe that we were going to make it to the World Cup because we were so good. I didn't think we were going to make it to the World Cup because we were going to play brilliant football. I didn't think that we were going to make it to the World Cup because between last year and this year November, we would have figured it out and somehow started to play great football. I didn't think that we would have made it to the World Cup because we got a coach that somehow now understood how to get players together and all that. No, that's not what I thought. What I thought was that we would have made it to the World Cup comfortably because the individual quality would have won out. I understand football on paper, trust me, I get that. But I think we are so superior to the other teams. And I think even in the games that we've lost and drawn, you can see that we are so superior to the other teams in terms of individual quality that we're going to get something out of all of the games, if not most of the games, if not all of the games. That's what I thought. Just an individual brilliance, just on the fact that Ronaldo Cephas can dribble past everybody and kick the ball on the goal. That is going to happen more often than not. Just the fact that Shimon Nicholson can find a goal every game or every other game, that is going to happen. Just the fact that we have Premier League and MLS defenders that are so better than that are so much better than the other team, that is what I was banking on to say, yo, we are going to manage to scrap it out. We are going to manage to not play our best football and still beat this team. And for the most part, we have done it. I think we've only played one good game in this qualifying campaign, and it was against the weakest team that everybody beat. You see me? So that was my thought process coming into the campaign. This is going to be easy because the individual quality is going to win out. Now, knowing that, the added motivation me that talk about now is the country just got through a shitstorm, literally. They get me, I say the country just got through something where you can't imagine it. Your brain can't fathom it unless you see it. You see images and you want to cry when you see it. The country just got through that. There are people right now homeless. There are people right now don't know where the next bill come from. You see me, we were hit by a category 5 hurricane. You see me, and as such, the country as itself is in a downer right now. We're in a damper. And we need something to lift our spirits. We need something to give us something to cheer for. We need something to, make us celebrate. We need something to boost the morale of the country and the nation. You see me? And that is just the added motivation of the reggae boys get. And I don't think anybody needed to tell them that. They must have known that. And the coach spoke about it too. You see me? In his previous press conference, the press conference before the game, I think was probably one of his best press conferences where he mentioned that this game is not necessarily about tactics. And I mean, I understand. I swear, every time this man talk about tactics, me get so ticked off. Him say, oh, this game is not necessarily going to be won by tactics and blah, 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 blah. It's going to be won by heart and fight and blah. Yes, you need to have heart and fight, which is true. This game definitely was. I think Trinidad and Tobago got a result out of the game based on the fight and the heart and the never die attitude that they came into the game with. You see me? But for we, I don't think we approached that game with enough fight, with enough heart. I don't think the motivation factor played a part. I don't think the added boost that was supposed to come from the country going through something right now played a part in that game. It clearly didn't have anything to do with anything that happened in the game. You see me? We never looked excited. We never looked hyped up. We didn't look like we were in a World Cup qualifying campaign. You see me? And it started from the coach come all the way down. You see me? Him never set the pace for the team. I think that is where it started. He didn't set the pace for the team. You see me? And somehow me I look back on the game there, I actually feel like say it's a sabotage job, bro. Me I wonder if the team was sabotaged because it made no sense. Football wise, it made no sense. Squad selection wise, it made no sense. Energy wise, it just made no sense. Like, how can you go out in a game where, as I say, you have the added motivation of the catastrophe that happened in your country? You need to play for them people. Yeah. How do you go out and and start with that energy that is so low? How do you go out in a game versus Trinidad and Tobago, your Caribbean rival, the biggest, the man in point commentary did call it the El Clasico of the Caribbean? How do you go into that game so flat? How do you start that game so flat? So from an energy perspective, it don't make sense. You see me? I don't understand how we can go into that game there without aggression. I don't get that. From a squad selection point of view, how can you leave the active leading goal scorer for your nation on the bench and don't play him? How can you do that? You see me? How can you start a man for 90% of the campaign at right back, and then in the most important game to date, you bench him and you don't play him for 90 minutes? You just use somebody that has never played right back for us before. You just put that man in at right back. How can you know that one of your most important midfielders is injured, and you knew that we's coming into the game, and you don't make a different, you don't make a structured plan to combat that? You just go with the same thing that you went with before in the Curacao game that didn't bode well for us, and we lost the game. You went with that same midfield again. And it showed that midfield doesn't have anything cohesive about it, doesn't have any chemistry, and it's just the players don't work well together. You see me? How do you do that? So from a squad selection standpoint and from a tactics standpoint, it worse never make no sense. Because I don't understand how you're going to that game and me not see no tactics, me not see no pressing from the team. Me not see the inverted right back from the team we normally see. You see me? Me not see no overlapping wing backs. We not put no crosses into the box. Me not see no possession footballer play. Me not see no transition footballer play. Me not see no, well, me can say me see some counter attacking, but I didn't see any tactics that make sense. I don't see what you were planning for a month. You had 4 weeks to plan for this game, and I don't see what the coach would have come up with and asked the players to execute. I didn't see it. You see me? Never see the plan, and that is just what annoys me because we are playing a game that is so big for a chance to make it to the World Cup, and it now come any easier than this that we got it. You see me? How are you unprepared? And this is just a theme that has rang so true throughout this campaign. Jamaica is unprepared, along with the fact that we underperform. We are unprepared for a lot of these games. It's almost like we don't know what the teams are going to do. Our game plan is always wrong. It just don't make sense. You see me? And so, me, I wonder if it's a sabotage job, bro. Me, I wonder if Steve McLaren came into this game and somebody from Curacao promised him $1 billion or something, brother. Like, how does this make sense, brother? How you start this game? It's almost like we were looking ahead to Tuesday already. When we were playing this Trinidad and Tobago game, it's almost like we were looking ahead to Tuesday, saying that, oh, we need a result for Tuesday regardless. So let's just get this game over with. And I don't think that's fair to the players. I don't think that's fair to the fans, and I don't even think that's fair to the coaching staff, bro. That's not fair to the JFF. And fair to say, the JFF, they've done their job. We don't hear no complaints about no players' money. We don't hear no complaints about logistics and players staying in hotels and getting to games late. We don't hear nothing about that. You see me? The JFF is actually doing a decent job right now. I think the one thing that I can point out and say is actually doing a bad job is the coach. Now, the players not necessarily playing up to the standard that they're supposed to play, but the coach is just letting us down, bro, over and over and over again. Me, I telling you, say you could have coached that team. Yeah. This team is so easy to coach, bro. Just get a defensive system, get an attacking system, get some structure in the team. At least make us see some philosophy. Make us see something that you want to do with this team, Steve McLaren. Now we just can't see it. You see me? So that are the context. Now, in terms of what we need to do in the next game, because we drew this Trinidad and Tobago game, now we need to win versus Curacao. You see me? So let me just get something up on the screen real quick, just so we can have some visuals while I talk. I don't know if you just want to look at my face. You see me? You see me? So in terms of context now, let me just bring up the group right quick so that you can understand what's going on, right? Wait. Hold on. All right, here we go. So these are the World Cup qualifiers group. Yo, Group A actually all over the place. But now tell you that is a very good group, and Suriname do a madness. Suriname will qualify for the World Cup. That's special. As you mean, our group now, obviously this just look ugly. We are not supposed to be second place. But yeah, if you look at the group, if you look at the points, Curacao is on 10 points with a plus 10 goal difference. We are on 10 points with a plus 8 goal difference, which means that even if we draw the game, we are going to on 11, them are going to on 12, them are going to make it to the World Cup. Over we. We have to win the game so that we go on 13 points and then they stay on 11. You see me? That's the context now. Had we won that game, we wouldn't be on 10, we would have been on 12. You see me? And then would have been on 11. Now all we'd have to do is go and draw the game. We would have been on 13 and then would have stay upon 12. You see me? But hey, we had to get a result in the stadium. No, it's not about the fact that we had to get a result in the stadium anyway. It's the fact that we had an easier road to the World Cup and we just shoot ourselves in the leg. This was almost being handed to us on a platter. You see me? We shoot ourselves in the leg and we actually do a madness. And we are trying to make qualifying for the World Cup some special story of grit and fight when it really should have been coasting to the World Cup. Yes, let me read some comments real quick before I continue. Chorus, big up yourself. Up, boss. Ray Borrell, Bailey coming home. Them say Bailey probably come for the second game. Make us see. And even if him come, make us see the difference where am I gonna make. I don't know if there is any difference to be made with Liam Bailey because the truth is the players are not the problem. And for probably the first time, we can say the main problem with this Reggae Boys team is not the players, bro. It's not about what the players are doing wrong or doing right. It is not. The main problem is the tactics and the coach. That is the main problem. That is what is hurting this team. So I don't think bringing in Lionel Messi right now I don't necessarily move the needle as much as you want to move the needle. You see me? So, hey, make us see what happened with that. All right. What would you know? Jeremy Chambers, big up yourself, my father. Danny Dread, up, 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 up. Um, Jeremy Chambers say we need God to help. You know, say today me I make my notes for the live, not even today, just a while ago. Literally just like what me I do this for 16 minutes now. Just 20 minutes ago, me I jot down some things what more I remember to talk about. And one of the points I was jotting down was what do we need now? Question mark. For that to be like a topic or a segment on the show right now. And I say, what do we need now? And I was supposed to put no, yeah, I was supposed to put what do we need now slash the pressure. So the pressure that is building on the team. And you know, I put what do we need now slash prayer. That is what I put. That is what I put. What do we need now? Prayer. But a pressure I need to put and a mistake. But coming like so we need prayer right now for real, for real. Um Chevron Givens, we need a right winger. Bro, what do you mean we need a right winger? Why you think we need a right winger? The same thing will happen if we get a right winger. We're going to play a be long ball. The right winger going to be isolated from the rest of the team. The right winger now going to run back and help. The same thing will happen, bro. If we don't fix the system first. JFF hired the wrong coach from the beginning. The man is an agent. Next thing we miss Palmer badly is he is aggressive. He works with the team, and though he's not the best creator, he makes things look okay. The truth with Casey Palmer is that Casey Palmer is grossly inconsistent. Isn't it? We get a good game here, we get a bad game there. What I was encouraged about with the last game is that it almost looked like he was building. He was ramping up and almost going into his best set of form for Jamaica. You see me? And so this injury really come at a bad time. I don't think he's a savior, but he would definitely add some stability to the team and will definitely look better. You see me? But I will still say the problem in this team lies with the coach. It absolutely lies with the coach. I'm not gonna try stick on the negativity, but one thing I would say right after we qualify, bro, fire this coach, get somebody who actually makes sense and will make a move to the World Cup with some purpose. Isn't because even if we make it to the World Cup, with how we are going, it not gonna look pretty. You see me? Hype over goal over Bermuda. Ah, Jamaican boy, who benefits if we don't go to the World Cup, bossy? I wish I could have tell you. I wish I could have tell you. We all need a system. That's all. We really need a system. We need a new system. Is what you say? Uh, Flying Ravel, and we're going to the World Cup. Anglin must start with Dixon and Whisper. I think we're beating the boys too much. Not beating the boys. I'm not. If anybody watch this, if anybody there watches from the start, I don't beat the boys all now. The only thing I say about the boys was that they came out of the block slow and flat. You see, man, it's almost like they needed some more added motivation, which I don't understand. I never beat the boys. The person who I beat right now is Steve McLaren. The coach me I beat right now. I beat the boys. I don't think this lack of a result in Trinidad and Tobago is on the boys. I don't think it is. Isn't but no, there's just some added pressure on the team right now where they have to get a win. When it wasn't like that before, we needed a draw. If we won this game, win the Trinidad and Tobago game, we would have needed a draw. You see me? So that. So that are the context. We set the context for going forward now. What more I want to do is react to the press conference. More react to the press conference with the coach um do after the Trinidad and Tobago game. Yeah, more react to that. I wanna react to that, bruh. Couple things I can't defend. More react to that. So anytime I go live, I need a new computer. Like, anytime I go live, I may try watch something, man, bro. It just sticky. I don't like it, bro. Anyways, going green every time I send on it. Alright, I'm gonna figure this out before me get it onto the screen. You see me? Yeah, me react to the press conference that the coach did after the game. Cause I really want to understand him thought process. I was watching it for a little bit, but me I go react to it right so. Give me a second, people. Me bring it up. Me I react to it right, so you can react to it with me, and you know how do it already. Me hear some points I really want to talk about, so I just wait for play it and make it come up, and then we can go from there. But me can tell you, no, I am not pleased already. I ain't pleased already. You see me? Just give me a second, the people. Boom. Ah, there we go. There we go. There we go. Hopefully this sound good. And if it not sound good, then tell me. I can go from there. But make a react to the press conference real quick. Credit to this is being watched on what name? Simon's channel. So big up to Simon Preston. Let's react to this real quick. I don't think I not hear the sound yet. Yeah. Let's react to this real quick. Yeah, let's go.
Everybody, thank you very much for being here. The post-match press conference between Trinidad and Tobago and Jamaica. We're joined by the head coach of the Jamaica Senior Men's National Team, Coach Steve McLaren. We'll now open the floor for questions from members of the media. Please raise your hand, and once you're indicated at one, you'll be able to pose your question. All right, let's hear.
Coach, couple of key draw, but congratulations nevertheless. Do you think you left 2 points out on the park end today?
Should we have what?
Do you think you left 2 points out on the park end today with the draw?
And the way we defended. Obviously, after scoring first, and the way we defended, I thought we'd hold on. Trinidad took risk, which they had to do. A lot of risk, a lot of balls into our box, and just one slip up, and it cost us the equaliser. But after that, I got to say the players, we talked before the game about.
So first of all, the question was if he sees this as 2 points dropped or a point gained. You see me? That's a question, and he must say a bag of things when I make no sense.
The will to fight, want to win. They certainly had that. Got the goal, and more or less, Trinidad had to take risks, put the fullbacks forward, put an extra striker on, balls into the box, and it always happens, a loose ball and equaliser. But
wait, you see, excuse again, bro. Take some accountability. That's my thing. You knew that, as I'm saying, identify. So he did well to identify what Trinidad and Tobago was doing. They were advancing their wing backs. Them that try overload on the wings, them that try overload now box and put whole heap of crosses into the box. What did you do now to counteract that? Did you now create 2v1s on the wings? Did you now try to catch them out because they're cheating with their right and left backs? No. Did you now try to press them when they had the ball? No. Did you now try to get your midfield to keep a solid shape? Did you now tell your defensive midfielder and your central midfielder, hey, crosses are coming into the box. Make sure that we are not outnumbered in the box. You have a job now to help the team or defenders in the box. Did you do that? No. So yeah, identify what Trinidad and Tobago are doing, yet still you never do nothing for counteract it.
we knew it would be the last game, and so it will be. And what we need on Tuesday is a great performance. 35,000 people. It's important that Jamaicans come and support us and make Tuesday a great occasion. It's not going to be easy. They're a very good team, but we know what we've got to do. We have to win. And I think the key for me was that we've got all the players available. We tried to protect the players with yellow cards, so we had them available for the second game.
All right, so I'm going to start with the first thing when I'm saying that this. Him say, not protect the players. Him say, what him say again? Him literally just say it. He said it was always going to be Tuesday. It was always going to be Tuesday, yes. But me hate that point there because it could have been Tuesday we need a draw. And a draw is much easier to get than a win. Just common sense. So him saying that, hey, just right after the game, it was always going to be Tuesday anyway. No, bro. Yes, it was always going to be Tuesday, but it could have been a draw. I know you've put us in a position where we need to win now. We need 3 points instead of 1. What's not clocking to you, bro? The second point he make is Them say 35,000 people won't play it again.
We thought we'd done that and managed the win, but that's football. We tried to protect the players with yellow cards.
Yes, this
So
is
we
the
have-
point they make. Try to protect the players with yellow cards. Jesus, how we play preschool or where we play primary school league or something, Alberga Cup or something. Why the hell are you telling me you now have no liability in your team like that? That is no loose cannon. All right, Lembikisa is your starting right back. How about you play Ian Frey at right back? How about you play Joel Latibodera at right back? No, you have to play Mason Holgate that is so slow that look uncomfortable on the ball. That is what you're going to do. You see me up top. You say who else have yellow card up top? Shema Nicholson have yellow card up top. Seeing? How about you start a centre forward that is your leading goal scorer? Alright, you don't want to start him because he have yellow card, even though that's just so that's a poor excuse to not play him. But alright, you say you're not playing because of yellow card. How about you play Bailey Kadamate? The player that started 2 games for you in the window before the last. But it's just a thought process. It's almost we get a chance for looking at this coach head, but it just make a sense. How come Roman Burrell jump Kadamate in the pecking order? Alright, he might play well for QPR, yes. But Kadamate show with something, and because the man have one bad game now, him just can't see the field again. Can't make no sense to me, brother. Can't make no sense to me. The man say, we go up 1-0 and we try protect it. How the hell can you go to Trinidad and Tobago to protect a 1-0 lead? How can that be your game plan? And that for show you this man is just out of it, bro. I don't know if an ancient football him think about, brother. I don't know that. This man, no, bro. I can understand the quality of team we have. You have great players, bro. Put a system together that is going to put us in better positions. The man Stacey Abamson will go 1-0 up, and he had the bright idea to take off our goal scorer and our most attacking and dangerous player, Ronaldo Cephas, off the pitch just a couple minutes after Ronaldo Cephas scored. That was his bright idea. Ronaldo Cephas scored, we're 1-0 up. Let's take off Cephas. Yeah, let's do that. What? How? Why? When? Why? When? How? I'm gonna get that, but him say I protect the players. I know what I think about that still.
the win, but that's football. But Tuesday, we have to get ready, prepare, and as I said before, we've got a full squad to pick from.
Onto Zero Rashid.
I thought Johnson started the performance tonight, but that
was solid tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I remember after the saw the review, they said that you had a challenge at the ID number 6. But given that, what do you about the midfield right now? Do you still think there's a challenge in finding that ID synergy? How do you guys about Tuesday?
Synergy in the midfield, how are you finding that?
Yeah, we've tried to adapt with that. By playing through the wide areas, having good wide players, and that proved again. We've got quality in that area with Damari Gray, Cephas. You see the goal; it's incredible. And the introduction of Whisper, who's just joined us, Tyrese Campbell. We've got real pace on the wide areas, so we try and build through that. And I was disappointed with our ball retention. You're absolutely right in terms of how we built up. But we wanted to protect Dexter Lembikisa, we wanted to protect Ian Frey, and we put Mason Holgate there against Spicer, and I thought he did a great job.
He didn't do a good
They're
job.
a big threat on that left-hand side.
Man, I skinned him for the whole first
We
half.
tied it all together. And before the game, you said, would I take a draw? I said I would. But having been so close to a win, it does feel like a disappointment. We have to brush that aside. This is the dream is still alive. 1 game to go, and we've got to make it decisive.
Yeah, I understand it. I understand in a way. When say you might protect all 3 players, the Ian Free, blah 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 blah. But this is the best I could have come up with, dog. You see me? And I get it. We always had to have our best team in the national stadium. Me get it. But you had a month to prepare for this, dog, and this can't be the best way it come with. This cannot be the best. This cannot be your best idea. This cannot be your brightest idea. You see me? I don't think what he did in terms of the combat was good enough. I understand protecting the players, but this can't be the best he did come up with, brother. This can't be the best he did come up with. Him saying disappointed in the way we build up. I hear fault that. You get me and say, what are the patterns of play where you put in your team? You see me? You ask your wing back them you ask your centre back them for push wider and make your defensive midfielder drop in between and pick up the ball in those half spaces and turn and try to trade the line. try to create overloads on the wings since you want to play through the wingers and the pacey wingers. You try overlap, you try underlap, you try get the attacking midfielder for drift out to one of the wing them for support. Like, what is the tactics that is going to get us to exploit the areas that we want to exploit? I don't see it, isn't it? But in a way, as I said, I understand what I try to do in terms of protecting the players. Him just never do it well enough.
Questions?
Coach, Coach, you are playing at a intimidating atmosphere in the stress. How would you describe it? How would you describe the atmosphere?
Yeah, it was good. It's a good atmosphere. It's great, and these are the games you love to play in. We have experienced players. When you look at the team, we had very experienced players. I thought we started the game well in the first 20 minutes, but losing Richard King, I think it affected us in terms of he's normally at the back. Him and Ethan Pinnock, they're terrific with the ball, and we lost Richard King's ability to do that. So we ended up not playing a lot from the back and through the middle, and a lot of defending, which we nearly survived. But I've got to say, I think there were some strange decisions, I thought, from the referee. Whisper got fouled at the end, great opportunity. So I was a little disappointed a little frustrated in some of the decisions that we got, and also trying to get substitutes on was very difficult. They didn't seem to move, so. But if we put that all aside and move on quick, recover, and a great game ahead on Tuesday.
Any other questions?
Coach, you talk about the frustration in some of the decisions. The first goal that you all scored, that was disallowed. Did you get a chance to get out of the goal in your view? Was it accurate? Did it score or not, in your opinion?
No, I couldn't see it, but look, you have to accept the decisions. We had one in the home game when Garcia scored and he was half an inch offside. And I think John Russell was exactly the same. Would have been a timely goal, a big boost, but there you go.
Coach, video around goal, YACC. Given it's now a straight shootout between yourselves and Curacao, given what has happened with Hurricane Melissa, is this ramp up pressure on your team to deliver smiles to Jamaica in the last game?
There's always pressure. If we'd have lost tonight, if we'd have won, okay, then a draw would be enough. But there's going to be huge pressure, and that's why the fans are important. The supporters, the people of Jamaica, are very important to us on Tuesday, and we will try as hard as we possibly can. Football's football. God willing, we get everything right, and we get the result, and the World Cup dream is still on.
I hope so. Motivational, inspirational. When we even start with this now? I'm gonna say for a few of the points, I understand what I say. For a few of the points, I understand what he's saying. But the one thing that look out for, I like when coaches take accountability. I like when coaches go into press conference and say, yo, I didn't put my players in better positions, or identify that, I identify what the other team I do, but him not mention what he did to counteract that. Him not mention, I didn't set my team up well enough. The substitutions weren't great. The truth is, substitutions weren't great. We're 1-0 up after, with what, 30 minutes to go or 20 minutes to go. And you substitute off, you take off your forward, you take off your most dangerous attacker. You have two inexperienced youngsters now leading the line. So now you take your two wide pacey players, start play a forward two. What that did was that took away your hold-up outlet. Well, you never even have a hold-up outlet from morning. But that also took out your wide outlet. Just in one action, that took out both of your outlets. So that's why Jamaica couldn't come out to the ball when we win it in the last part of the game. So, as I said, I want to see some more accountability from the coach. And hopefully going forward, it shows a bit more accountability. But just not pleased. And going forward now, just to look forward, let's talk about the Curacao game. Let's talk about what we can do and what we'll do. I think we'll qualify for the World Cup, honestly. I think we will qualify for the World Cup. I have a good feeling that this team is going to turn up because we're so inconsistent. And that inconsistency works in our favor sometimes. In that when we have bad games, we'll pick it up with a decent game. When we have bad games, sometimes we'll come back and have a good game. I know everybody will be riled up. They'll be excited. And maybe this is a blessing in disguise, the fact that we didn't win this game. The fact that we didn't win the Trinidad and Tobago game may be a blessing in disguise. In the fact that Um, no, we need a win. No, everybody are gonna be pumped up. I would assume that everybody's going to be pumped up and ready and rearing to go. You see me? That is the positive that probably can come from this, the silver lining. You see me? But I think we're going to beat Curacao. I think we're going to make it to the World Cup. Maybe that's a fan talking. But I think we will be able to do it. I think he'll start all the right players because he need to start all the right players now, and the decision is kind of out of his hands. He started players and it didn't necessarily look well. You see me? So no, I forgot start as Shamanicas. No, I forgot. I think he probably still bench Kaim Dixon, but Kaim Dixon and Shamanicas have played together, bro, because them man the chemistry just different. You see me? If you're not play him, I think you should play Whisper. But one thing we can say though, even if him not play any of those two wingers, Whisper or Kaim Dixon, I think them are great for the first 60 minutes. For the first half, look sharp. Them are did look like him, want the ball, him that come feet, him that try to do some things. Unfortunately, he just don't look like him have that game changing ability like we did see when him just come. You see me? But um hopefully we can get it done. Hopefully him start all the right players. Hopefully we have a Dexter Lembikisa or a Ian Frey back the right back position. If you want to put Dexter Lembikisa in Canada, put Ian Frey in the midfield, bro. Put Ian Frey in the midfield then. You see me? If you not put Ian Frey, put a midfielder. Put a midfielder. The man put John Russell and Bobby Reed and then put Bobby Reed as a diva player. No, bro. No, them are great Arabian. Them are great never help defend, but them are great when he had the ball on the ball, him did look sharp. You see me? Him did look like him want to get something done. Him did have some intention about him. But still have ways to go. For me personally, I would have started Kaim Dixon. But especially playing in front of that Jamaican crowd, bro, give them their favorites. That makes sense. Obviously within reason. Give them favorites and make them play some ball. You see me? So that. Before we close out the video, the live, there are just four things we have what we need to fix in this Curacao game. So in order to win this game, we have 5 things that we need to fix. The first thing is our energy. We need to fix our energy in this last game. This is the last game in the World Cup qualifiers. This is the moment we've been waiting for. This is what we all want. A chance to make it to the World Cup, and our fate is in our hands. We need to win the game. And so, as I say, that is the initial quest that is going to provide some motivation. Additionally, you have to acknowledge the fact that, as I said, the country just got through a catastrophe, and the country look for a moral boost. And these boys can provide it to us, bro. We can be celebrating for the rest of the week and going into the weekend. We can be celebrating come Tuesday night, Wednesday morning, Thursday morning. We can be celebrating. And so they have that added opportunity where they can provide that for the country. You see me? And hopefully they do it. So come out, start the game with energy, put in a tackle, make Curacao know say you come for play. You see me? Make Curacao know say you come for play. Make them know that. The second thing that I think we need to improve or we need to change, need to fix going into this Curacao game is our organization. We need to look like a much more structured team. I think we still look like 11 players trying to play football out there. We don't look like one Jamaican team. We definitely still look like 11 individuals. And that is not good enough. I think our defensive line is okay. But as a unit, we need to defend together. We need to attack together. We need to, our midfield especially needs to be a unit. The midfield has too much space in it. The players are out of position too many times. They are not working hard enough in that midfield. Nobody's helping Isaac Hayden. Our build up through our midfield is poor because we don't have good enough touches. So we need to keep the unit tight. We need to have some structure. We need to have some structure to our team. So first thing, energy. The next thing is structure. The third thing that we need to improve going into this game is our squad selection. Him saying that try to protect the players. Him saying never want Ian Frey, Dexter Lembikisa, or Shaman Nicholson pick up a yellow card in this game, and as such, he'll have to miss the next game. I'm gonna see how much players get yellow card in that game. Obviously, it's a risk that you take, and it never quite work out for you because I say we draw the game, but let me see how much players get yellow card. So Rico Henry got a yellow card, Jonathan Russell got a yellow card from the bench. Mason Holgate got a yellow card. So it's 3 yellow cards, and hey, two defenders got a yellow card, and a midfielder got a yellow card. So maybe he was right in doing that. And come Tuesday night, if we make it to the World Cup, we won't be complaining about Trinidad and Tobago game. So maybe he was right, but that was his reasoning and his excuse why he didn't play the players. But I think going forward into this game, you have to do the right thing, bossy. You have to start Boza. Boza is our active leading goal scorer. Of all the players that are playing football for Jamaica right now, Boza has the most goals, bro. Boza is our leading goal scorer in World Cup qualifiers. Boza was the leading goal scorer in the last Nations League. In the last campaign when played, in the last competition in play, outside of World Cup qualifiers, he was Jamaica's leading goal scorer. Shaman Nichols is our best goal scorer, bro. Play him, start him. You see me? Start Akaim Dixon, start Dujan Richards. You see me? Pick the back line right. Obviously, he seems like he's a fan of Richard King. I think he's moving into the future with Richard King. Him like the composure and the ball and on the ball ability where Richard King have. I like it too, but I think Richard King just needs to pick him spots a little bit better. Show some more composure upon the ball. Cause the composure we him have. You see me? Just relax a little bit. And play. Richard King looked injured now, so I don't think he's going to start next game. On the bench, he looked fine. He never looked like him a cry or nothing. Maybe it can be fixed in time for Tuesday. But yeah, seem to like Richard King much more than Damian Lowe. I think Damian Lowe is a better defender, but he thinks that Richard King is the one to take us forward. And also Richard King is what, 23, 24 years old? Hey, if Richard King is the defender that we're going to move into the future with, let's support him. Let's see it. You see me? So no problem. Yeah, that. The fourth and final thing that we need to fix going into this game is the coach's philosophy. I still think we're lacking a proper style of play. I still think we're lacking how we want to go about winning games. I still think we're lacking that. I don't see enough from the team. You see me? I still don't see how the team want to play. You see me? I still don't see that. I still don't know if we're play transition football. I still don't know if we're utilize a press. I still don't know if we're utilize a mid-block. I still don't know if we're play counter-attacking football. I still don't know if we're overload on the wings. I still don't know if we're overload in the midfield. I still don't know what we're doing. You see me? I don't know what we're doing in terms of how Jamaica wants to play football. We have no identity, and I think we need to do that. Especially for this game, we need to decide how we want to play, what we are trying to do in this game, and do it. You see me? So those are the four things: energy, organization, squad selection, and philosophy or style of play. I think we need to improve on those things. People, did some now gonna make it long. If you're here, let me see how much likes there on the video. 13 likes and 50 people. No. I'm not go wait. I'm gonna hit the like button. Hit the like button. We have 50 people and 17 people like the video. No, that's not good enough. It's not good enough. Let me read some comment. Alright, so Boza needs to come on and stay till the last minute to talk to Whisper Dixon and see if us all four of them can play. Burrell start pan Hoover Field. Me never see. Burrell can't start. And I don't think Burrell should have started. I think it was unfair to him, bro. Burrell's still new to the team. And although Umi should have set for start was Kadamatri, but I guess that go against my point that he's also new to the team. So, but I don't think him should have jumped Kadamatri in the pecking order. So, we could see. Boza not fit like Burrell. Burrell run up and down, bro, but him not affect the game. Boza I got tired, then you all cuss him, let Boza come on and finish the game. First of all, no name, who talk? Oh, Arabian. Man, what on the name calling here, man? Yeah, don't worry for no worrying there, brother. Even to our business to sometime. Anyways, yeah. If you don't like the live, like the live. Actually, hit the like button. Share it in on the football group. You don't know it, go share it for your status, share it for your Instagram, share it in your YouTube community. You know that guy already. But for now, this was this or that sports TV. I got no people. I read that. Nice look at Saturday live. We're gonna do a video tomorrow again, or probably do a live tomorrow. We're gonna be at the National Stadium. If you wanna see me, heal up the G forward on the vlog. I will be doing a match day vlog when we qualify for the World Cup. Jamaica, we can do it and we will do it. Come on and fight. Show that perseverance. Show that resilient attitude and energy that we always have. Let's do it. We will make this World Cup. We will make this World Cup. We will make this World Cup. Come on, Jamaica. To the moon.